Hello, everyone.
Hey guys.
Hello.
Hi. We are late.
Yeah, we're late.
Sorry.
Sorry about being late, guys. Sorry about
Yes.
being late.
Sorry for being
But
late.
we have some news, right? Some updates and things that's going on. So
Yeah.
we want to share with you guys about where we are, what's going on.
It's been a minute, right?
Yes, it's been a minute
It's
we've been
been
on.
a good minute since we've been on.
A lot of things are happening. God is really moving, and nothing but good things. So we're going to talk about some things today. We're going to talk about Dark Prince. We'll update you about that. We're going to talk about our next venture, which you want to stay tuned to hear about that. And we're going to talk about basically Legend Plus, where we are with that,
right,
and the things that's coming up with that. So those are the three bullet points, and so I wrote things down so we can I don't
stay
be all
on
over
track,
the
right?
and I'll just be all over it. So all right, so we're going to talk about the Dark Prince, and so, amen. Let's talk about that, babe. Go ahead. Kick it off, dude. Kick it off.
About Dark Prince. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
Well, with Dark Prince, of course, I think we had mentioned in one of our last live streaming that we came across a company that was willing, that wanted to partner with us because they are, seeking to get in the industry. Well, they're already in the industry, right? And they're already doing a bunch of stuff for major studios, but they don't have like an established relationship with a company for themselves, right? So they do good work or what have you, but they're just looking for that one company or several companies to be their post house. So they connected with us when we went to the NRB, and from the NRB, from there we've been working with them. So they have taken Dark Prince on, and they have been for like a month, right? Working on the sounds, cleaning up everything that Apostle and I did. So you guys know we did all the audio, a lot of the Foley stuff, and editing the film. So right now, these guys took the project and said, okay, we're going to just take it from where you left off, and we're going to clean it up to give it that theater sound that it needs to have, and whatever bells and whistles is missing, they willing to do that for us. And they are a Christian company. To God be the glory, right? So that's what we've been waiting on all this time and believing God for. And it's just been a financial blessing because, as you guys know, we self-financed. And so a lot of stuff we had to do in-house. So this is a situation where money is not a factor, it's partnership that's on the table. Partnership, a good faith partnership from this endeavor to the next one and the next one, so which works out fine for us because, doing movies is a career change for us. Is what God has called us to do. It's not, a hobby. It's not a one-hit quitter for us. It's a career move, So we definitely need to partner with a post house company such as they are, to be able to continue on making movies, right. So that's a pretty big deal. So those guys are working they're working diligently to make this movie the best it could possibly be, So that's a really good thing concerning that. But we do have our release date for it.
That's right.
We have our release date for the worldwide
the 28th?
Distribution.
Is it the 28th?
The November 21st.
November 21st.
For the worldwide distribution of it.
Okay, so yeah, as you may or may not know, that we launched our platform called Legend Plus, to God be the glory, and we've been working out the bugs and everything. It's like beta stage. You know how when a game comes out, it's in the beta stage. Yeah. So it was in the beta stage for a while, but now it's ready for full operation. Actually, it is fully up and running now. And so we have up on there our previous movie for the first New World Order to rent. If you want to watch that, you can watch that. We have a short film that we did that's up there for free. And yes, and guess what? It's growing. To God be the glory. The platform is growing. People are actually signing on.
That is so true.
And it's developing. Thank God for that. So on November 21st is when we're going to
Right.
It'll be Dark Prince will be available exclusively on Legend Plus. Okay, streaming only on Legend Plus. So
Yeah,
you're not gonna find it on Amazon. You're not gonna find it on Netflix. You're not gonna find it on none of those platforms. You're gonna find it on our very own platform. Okay, which is downloadable and available right now. You can go. You can go if you're Apple user. You can go to your App Store. We're on the App Store. If you're a Google person, Google Play, we're found there. We are also on Roku, Fire TV, Apple TV. Okay, so Roku, Fire TV, Apple TV. Okay. So all the major platforms pretty much that covers our market for sure.
And the web app, don't forget.
Yeah.
Well, pretty big deal. And when he said we are growing, I see you, Jordan, and we're about to answer those questions right there in just a second. Now, when he talk about that we are growing, he's talking about there's a lot of traction. A lot of people are visiting the site. A lot of people are visiting the site. A lot of people are subscribing because it is a free subscription. Because it is a free subscription, you know, people signing up, you know. So even though it's one movie on there, one short film on there, or you know, people are still signing up because they know what's to come.
Right. Well, you know, the reason why we even developed it from the beginning, that was our distribution solution.
Yes.
You know, so that was our solution for distribution. So you know, so you know, and yeah, so we're excited about that.
Yeah,
you know, we're excited about that.
It's not we done had plenty of distribution offers. You know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah.
But when you think about it, it's like, okay, we've been down that road before. You know, and for filmmakers, and if you are a filmmaker, you know, that's watching this or what have you, that's why he said this is our solution to filmmaking, to distribution, because we can't move on as a production company at who we are, you know, and where we are financially, and self-finance, meaning, and then it takes us years to do a movie, and then you turn around and you give it to a distribution company, and then they get all the profits of your movie. Like you cannot survive as a company.
Well, you know,
doing such.
Everything. The way the way I look at it, you got to do what's best for you, you know. And in our case, this is what God wanted for us. You know, this is what the Lord ordained. So we actually are doing it the way that He wants us to do it, and so that's what matters. So you know, but the thing is that it's a very, you know, everything from God is not just a good idea. It's a brilliant idea.
Right.
So because it's from God,
I agree.
It's a brilliant idea.
Yes.
Because and it makes sense because as the more we, you know, I can speak for myself. You know, the more that I'm learning this business of the filmmaking business, because it's a business. You know.
Yeah.
And from the producer side, the business of making films. You know, I enjoy, you know, the creative part, but you know, it's like there's a business side of this, right? So the more we learn about producing and what producers do, you know, you get educated and kind of find out that because of the wave, let's say, how should I say, the trending way that people, consumers, right? You know, because it's really all about your consumers, right? How they consume movies. Nowadays, most people are watching their films and their content on their phones, you know, on their phones. And is either social media or some kind of social media.
On their phones or tablets like that's where it's at today.
I mean, you know, even TikTok and YouTube, you know.
Facebook too.
When you talk about the new Generation Z, you know, this is where they're at. They're not, it's not like when, you know, I'm pretty much like a baby boomer, like the way baby boomers, you know what I mean? When you know, people that come up, when I was coming up, you know, I'm not considering myself an old man at all. I'm still young. But when I was a child, you know, theater was everything was theater. You know, you had to go to the theater in order to enjoy that kind of content. Now, times have changed, and even the industry is struggling with, you know, the studios are having a hard time keeping up with the changes of how that or the new trending, the trends, how that people are gravitating toward, content on their phones and all that kind of stuff. So it's a good thing. Legend Plus is actually a good move because that's where it's
Absolutely.
going.
Absolutely.
That's where it's going. And not to say that theater is dead or cinema is dead. I think that it'll always be around. But we want to be.
Yeah.
We want to be with the times and keep up with the times, right? Keep up with what's going on.
All right.
So that's why Legend Plus is a great thing. Now, so Legend Plus, Dark Prince is going to be airing again, premiering. You can say premiering on our very platform. Lock this date in your mind. November the 21st. Okay, it's going to be streaming. It'll be pay-per-view. You'll be able to pay-per-view it. Yes. All right, so praise God about that. Jordan got some questions.
Jordan. Okay, so thank you, Jordan. We miss you too. We had to tackle this, this next monster of filmmaking, which is the marketing promotions to get the movie out there. So we've been like really, really busy since we came off the tour that we did from April through July. Into June, July, so we've been kind of really, really grinding on the behind the scenes since then to get this movie released properly on the platform. So that's what been going on. And, so we miss you too. And thank you for signing up for Legend Plus. We appreciate that. So IMDb, yes, I believe I did go on there and fix some stuff. The things that you did mention to me in times past, but I don't know about the Lombardi thing. Maybe I did that or not. I'll check that out. We missed our chats with you as well. Now, Zill, the Dark Prince song. Now, that song will be, when we release the movie, we're going to also release that song, Dark Prince. We're going to release them both at the same time. Okay. And I think we're going to do that on Spotify. So there's a little more digging we got to do concerning that. But we're going to release that song, Dark Prince, when we release the movie. But we also, now Zill, she's not our artist. So let's make that clear. Zill was just a young lady. She's an artist from LA. And we just brought her in to sing the song for us, So she's not our artist. She just came in just to perform it for us. Now, there's opportunities that are opening up, like award shows. Like there's one that's coming up next year in March, I believe. It's called the SOAR Award Show. It's a very popular award show that will be taking place next year, 2024 in March. And we have a young lady that will be going to that show to perform the song Dark Prince for us. So that's a very exciting thing. I'm sorry, he had to go take care of something. Let me put that chair there. So we have an artist that's going to be performing the song on the main stage at the SOAR Awards in 2024. So soon we'll be making that announcement. As more information on that and who the young lady is. So we're excited about that. What was the other thing? Thanks for everything, Apostle Lady McCoy. Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. Now, when it comes to the DVD, right now we just don't know when that's going to happen. As far as DVDs being available, we're just not sure because, like, was just saying, about the market, everybody consuming.
The way things are nowadays, I don't know. I don't think that we're going to end up doing a DVD. It. We may. I'm not saying that we won't, but right now, definitely, it's not necessary at this point. We're going to go straight digital and to streaming. That's kind of like that's where the industry is, DVDs are pretty much obsolete, it's always good. There are certain circumstances where having a DVD or hard copies might be good. Like let's say we're touring, after we're done with the the streaming platform. Well, it's always going to be up there, but there's like a little season where the project will be,
the life
is new, right? And then it's not as new anymore, right? Then it's just old, right? Then it's there, and it's going to generate. We believe God, it's going to succeed and do well. We believe after that.
Mm-hmm.
But after a certain life or a certain season, I mean, then if we were to go around with the movie and for ministry and things like that, which we probably might end up doing, maybe having rough copies. I mean, actual physical copies might be worth it. But right now, we just look for streaming. we're going to be streaming it. So that's kind of like where we at. I don't see us doing any DVDs, man. But hey, you can pay to own it. You'll be able to buy it. You on Legind Plus, you can buy it. You can purchase it and own it. It'll be available for you to own.
We love you too, Elias.
Hey, Eli, what's up?
Hey.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So
good. Eli, did you sign up for Legind Plus? I hope so. If not, please go to the web app and sign up there. Subscribe is a free subscription. The first New World Order short film is on there for free and we're going to have other contents on there for people to view. We just needed to get through this beta stage to make sure all the kinks is worked out, with it. So we are in the market for short films. So if you're a filmmaker and, so we are in the market for some good quality short films, for our platform network. It's a network, our platform, because like we have a channel on Roku, you know what I'm saying? Like you said, Fire TV, Apple TV, the web app, and it's some more places where it is as well, and that we can put it. So we are taking it a step at a time, and we're going to put more content up on the site. So something you wanted to say about that?
Since you're talking about content, because that is the next thing. Now, what we want to do with Legind Plus, of course, is to acquire more content. One of the ways, we're actually working on adding some movies to it. So soon you'll start to see movies that we are going to be bringing into or licensing movies for the platform. So you'll see. And I mean, when I say movies, I mean like movies. Like the movies, real movies. Movies. The kind of Universal and stuff like that. Kind of big stuff. But anyway, we want to do that. We're going to start bringing in or adding to, so you'll be able to watch some films. And what my wife just mentioned, we are looking for content. If with podcasts.
Podcasts. Some good inspirational podcasts, whether it's a video or audio.
Video, audio, podcasts, short films, and qualifying features. Let's say it like that. Qualifying features. So features that we feel that online what we believe in, that's good quality. Then we're looking for that too. So that's what we're working on with that. So stay tuned. But we also, we got some great ideas. I'm more excited though about the original content. Okay, so I'm just going to tell you, look for NWO the next time on Legind Plus as original series, because that's what we want to do with that. So we want to do original series, New World Order original series. Okay, so that's what we're looking to do. That's something that we desire to do. And there's another idea that we have, for our platform, original series. Because everything that we do is original. It originates from us.
Well, we have a dynasty of films, series. Like during our downtime, that's when a lot of ideas are being, thought up and logged in. We're going to create this one, and you put the premise of it down, and some good log lines or even some scenes. That's how we do it. So when we feel led to start brainstorming stuff, like that's how we'll do. We'll get an idea, put that thing down, put down some scenes, maybe some bullet points down, and we have a lot of them.
Yeah, basically, you talking about it's called brainstorming.
Yeah, brainstorming.
We do a lot of brainstorming. Yeah. And we have a lot of ideas and things that we want to use that'll be content, for the platform.
Right.
So it's gonna be awesome. Everything at its time. One thing at a time. But we have our vision. Where we want to go and what we want to do.
I'm trying to read these messages.
What I mean? And so, without a vision, people perish, right? You gotta know where you're going, what you want to do, right? And so everything is in time, everything is in God's time. But that's what we're looking to do. So, and we are very confident that Legind Plus is going to be a very, very well known platform because of the series that we're going to have going on, which will be exclusively only on Legind Plus.
Okay, so Jordan, you talking about Garen and Gary Nation, the president and the general, are they going to become resistant leaders? Well, you're going to have to wait and see the next new world order. You're just going to have to wait and see what happened to the president of the United States and its general. Is the Secretary General. You're just going to have to wait to that next one. And that's what we're talking about. All of that is just so much we can do with New World Order. Right. So much. It's like The Walking Dead. Yeah. Like, that's what it's like,
Basically, Jordan, so you could say, I would say,
I don't want
expect a reboot.
Or the series you're talking about?
If we do a series.
Oh, the series,
It most likely would be a reboot.
Because that's television. You have to do it over from
it'll
the
be
beginning,
a reboot
right?
because it will be a series.
Right, because it would be
instead
a series.
Of being, not to say that we won't make more films.
Right.
Because we do want to make more films and better films, what I mean? And as we grow and we're able to make better films because we can afford it, then of course we'll I wouldn't mind making a $30 million new world movie. I mean, 50 million. I think 100 million. But the thing is that we'll see what happens. But we really feel that that New World Order would serve well or do well as a series. So if we started a new series, then of course we're going to keep our false prophet. You know what I mean? We're going to keep our false prophet. Some of the characters will appear. But the storyline would be different, kind of like a reboot of a reworking of the storyline, and then we would go from there.
So he wanted to know, is Aldo DeLuca going to be in the TV series, and will he have a different false prophet?
Well,
we're trying to stay with the same people.
Well, I'm telling you right now, I could go ahead and say this, that we've already talked with Damien.
The false prophet.
Yeah. His real name is Antonio. So he already knows about it. Antonio he knows about the what we want to do. He's on board, and we talked. Well, a few of the actors already know about it. We already had a powwow. So
that's right. No spoilers.
We're not going to spoil it. But Aldo DeLuca is a character, so and most likely we'll see someone else play that role. But the character Aldo DeLuca has already been established. So the Antichrist in our series, whether it's a movie or whatever, is always going to be Aldo DeLuca. Right. It's always going to be.
They always got to be
a Damien. It don't matter who plays.
Yeah,
who played the role. It's like Batman, right? How many Batman's reboots have you seen? Batman reboots. I mean, it's like so many of them, right?
Mm-hmm.
Spider-Man. It's always Spider-Man is forever, right? He's eternal.
Yeah.
From the point of view, even though we know he's not eternal. But as long as this world exists or cinema exists, you probably always see a new Spider-Man after a while.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So next
month,
Superman,
same with Wonder Woman, all those.
You said that you hope you can meet Antonio. So next month, I'm going to try to set something up for Antonio because we are going. So this is going to segue us into our next thing that we're going to do when we talk about the
So when it comes down to.
Can I finish this real quick?
Go ahead.
So next month, we're going to look into doing live streaming more.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to look to do live streaming more next month because we got a lot of behind the scenes stuff out of the way, to where now we actually have the time to do live streaming daily. And because we need to prepare for what Legind Studio is going to do next. Okay, since Dark Prince is now pretty much out of the way, as a company, we need to be looking forward to see what is on the agenda next. So you can take it from there.
Oh, I'm supposed to say, that's where we're going. That's where we're going. We're looking to do the next New World Order.
I'm sorry, that's what it was. Antonio, I'm gonna try to get a live stream with him to be on one of the live stream with us. Sorry, that's what I meant to say.
Yeah. So for the New World Order fan base and the people that love New World Order, it's going to be a series, Lord willing. That's what we're going to do. Mm-hmm. So it's going to be a Legend Plus original, and we have 2 other originals that we are developing. You know what I mean? So we're doing a lot of developing, a lot of work, always working,
right?
Always working,
right?
Because again, everything we do is from it starts here, within us. You know what I mean? It's like we don't.
And they're not going to all be action. You know what I'm saying? We have a lot of.
We got an idea. There's something that it's going to be a feature film. That's going to be it's going to be like a comedy.
Right. So
it's going to be an action comedy, but it's going to be nice. So we got ideas. We got dramas. We have. We don't do horror. No, of course.
We're not doing that.
We don't do horror. We don't do soft porn. You know what I mean? We don't do that. But we do good stories that are, may not always be your typical faith-based story, but the faith will be based in the story.
Of course. Yeah.
So based upon the principles and the things of God, when it comes to the characters, it's all kind of ways you can portray the faith without necessarily being a faith-based movie. Not that we won't do that. We won't do that. But speaking of faith-based movies, okay, let's talk about the next really big thing. You know what I mean? The next feature film. And this is everybody knows us. You know that we're people of faith.
I was just thinking that same thing right now. We got big faith, right?
Faith. And guess what? Faith is better than money. Faith is more than money. Faith is so precious to God. You know what I mean? And faith is supernatural. And not everybody has it. Well, everybody does have a measure of faith, but not everybody has the gift of faith. And we have been blessed with the gift of faith. That's why we're able to do what we do, because or let's say what God, why the reason why God is able to do what he do through us, right? Because of our faith in him, because we believe him, and because that what we believe God for to do registers with the rational carnal mind as nonsensical and foolish and idiotic, unless we're dealing with people of light faith. Mm-hmm. But the thing is that I remember this testimony, Jim Carrey testimony. You might have heard this. This was like going way back when Jim Carrey was just coming up.
Yeah.
And when he was really famous back in the day, back in the 90s, right?
Yeah.
He said, in the interview, he said, man, I wrote myself for a check for $20 million. When he had nothing, when he was just on live and living color. What was that sitcom?
Was he on there at that time?
Yeah, he was. It was Jamie Foxx
at that time.
Jamie Foxx. It was like a Saturday Night Live type of vibe.
No, I'm talking about when he wrote himself the check. I think he did that before.
I think even before that.
I think it was before he was even
any of that. I think what that show was called. It was like a Saturday Night Live.
Oh gosh,
it was Jamie Foxx. Man, it's like all the stars, like a lot of those guys is really big now. Before they got big, they started out on TV. And but anyway, he said, I wrote a check for $20 million. He said, man, one day I'm gonna cash this check.
Oh, I need to answer that right there. I need to answer that. So Jordan, Dark Prince will not be for free on 11/21. If you are looking through the Legend Plus platform, you'll see the first movie feature film is up there for a pay-per-view. Mm-hmm. So it will be on pay-per-view next month. So
Yeah.
I'll make that even more clear in my posts. I'm gonna start saying now streaming. It'll be streaming on pay-per-view on Legend Plus. So I'll make a correction there because I don't want anyone else to think that it would be streaming on there for free.
No,
so,
it's not. No.
The other movies we're going to put on there, like Apostle was just saying, like say we get a Jackie Chan movie. We're looking to put it up on the platform for people to watch for free.
Right.
So stuff like that. Right. Other movies that were already out, we're going to be putting up on the platform for people to watch for free. Right. But the content that we develop, like say we do a series, right? Well, we're going to put an episode up there probably for $1.99 or something like that, for people to be able to watch. Right.
Yeah. As we grow our subscription. Hey, Sister Izzy Thomas, thank you.
Oh, yes, Sister Izzy, hey, you.
Thank you.
Love you, sis.
Yes. So the thing is that, I mean, you know what? If you want to know, I recommend that any of you guys, if you want to know what our model will be like, look at Amazon Prime. A lot like Amazon Prime is how our model.
Yeah.
You can go on Amazon Prime. If you have Prime, you can watch movies for free. But some movies you got to rent, right? It'll be the same way. Some movies will be free, some from rent. You have to have a certain subscription in order to be able to see the newer,
newer content. The new releases.
Yeah, what do you call it? Original content. You know what I mean? So we'll as we develop, that's how it's gonna roll. You know what I mean? So yeah. But anyway,
exactly.
Yeah.
Right. Exactly. That's what we're gonna do. But I'm excited about putting other movies up there for you guys to see for free. I'm excited about that. And again, we are in the market. So if you are a filmmaker and you do have some films and they are up to par, good quality films that you would like to put out there on our network, Legend Plus, then contact us. I'm going to put in the information.
Because we have, so
for you to be
we're looking for some good indie films.
Just DM us on Facebook,
DM us on Facebook.
I'm going to put right here the email.
Okay. Cool.
Okay. So you can go ahead, hon.
Yeah. So while she's doing that, basically that's what but anyway, I was saying, that's what we're going to do. We're going to put movies out there for you guys to consume. Our thing is that, of course, our vision is to create a platform that's safe. When I say safe, I mean that's consumable. When I say consumable, I mean that people can enjoy. Without all the crazy, unnecessary expletives and sexual content. It's just straight up crazy. It's ridiculous, the stuff that's out there. Somebody just said to us, a gentleman just said, we were talking to somebody, and we were talking about the platform and we were sharing with him. And he was like, man, this is a great idea. Once he understood what we were about, he said, because, I have a prescription with, I'm not going to call no names out, but some of the most prominent, platforms out there. He said, but I can't watch it. It's like
there's nothing on there I can watch with my family.
I just can't watch it. You can't watch it. It's like, I know what you're talking about. You can't watch this stuff. A lot of the stuff out there, it's just crap.
Yeah, it's not family friendly.
I don't know why filmmakers think or people think that you gotta have expletives. Everything has to be layered. Every other curse word is a curse word. I mean, it's just crazy. It's like challenge yourself, find a way to express yourself, without using that. You know what I mean? Right. So that's what we're about. So you won't find certain films you won't find on our platform. Just certain things. If it's like for instance, it'll be mostly PG or PG-13. You know what I mean?
Right. Or the rated R because of
if it's rated R, it'll be like Rambo.
The action,
like Rambo.
the violence.
The Rambo, right?
Right.
The newest Rambo was rated R, but because of the graphic part, I'm cool with that. I'm not, but let it go to the bottom of me. You know what I mean? But I mean, so, but if it's R rated, it's because it's graphic in nature. You know what I mean? And you're showing people get shot and killed and all that stuff. But yeah, it's so many movies out there that even this generation don't even know about.
I know. I realized that
You know what I mean?
talking to one of our kids
You know,
and
I
talking about
would love to
old
bring
movie. It was like, what is that?
an old Jeff Bridges movie from back in the 80s called Starman. You know, clean movies. There are so many clean movies that are legend, you know, and that's our logo, be legend. You know what I mean? Or no, that's our, what do you call it? What do you call it? That's our motto, be legend. You know what I mean? So there's so many legendary films out there that were just good films. I mean, you know, it's good stuff. You know, good, wholesome, good content. You know, you can watch it with your family, with your children. You don't have to, you know, it's not pornography. You know what I mean? Pretty much soft porn, straight up porn. I mean, straight up porn. I mean, some of the stuff is just straight up pornography, man. It's like downright pornography. And it's people getting more graphic. You know, so that's what we're about as Christians. As Christians, you know, we want our platform to be, you know, a good platform, you know, for people to be able to watch movies. You know, that's where we stand. That's because of our faith in the Lord. Not to say that every movie would be necessarily faith-based, from the definition of faith-based, but we actually have a lot of faith-based though stuff. You know what I mean? So that would be a category too. You know what I mean? So we have different kind of categories, faith-based, you know, films, you know, comedy, you know, drama, you know. So we're going to take the best of action and from all ages. It could be back to early, as far as the 80s. You know, it's like you know, up to the current. You know, so but the thing about it is that what people don't notice is that all the movies are clean. You know, they don't have nothing on there that's objectionable material or just inappropriate for believers and Christians. You know, so we want to provide a platform for Christians to be able to enjoy, and not have to, you know, turn around and close their company face and walk out the room or whatever. Just can't watch it. So there you go. That's true. All right, there you go. That's true. All right.
So, so we got some screenings coming up, and there's screenings that's still coming in. We know that the SAG strike is still on, which is hindering a lot of the actors from attending the screenings right now. You know, so because of that, our Beverly Hills screening had to be put on hold. So we kind of moved the date out. You know, we got a little inside connection with a lot of actors over there in Hollywood that's keeping us abreast of what's going on on the inside, you know. And so we decided to move the screening to November. So the Beverly Hills screening for the Dark Prince movie is now going to be on November the 4th. In Beverly Hills. Now you can always visit nwodarkprince.com and visit our showtimes page, and there you'll see all our current screenings that will be taking place. So we're not actually stopping screening the film because we're not a SAG project or what have you. Dark Prince isn't, you know, so we can still go around the country and stuff to churches and ministries who would like to book us or book a theater to do a screening. So that is what is now happening for us. So we have some churches and other ministries, outreach ministries that are reaching out to do screenings. Okay, so there's there's one that's soon to come. You guys may have already seen the post. Is going to be in Indianapolis, Indiana on October the 14th. It is the Circle, I believe, what is it? The Circle City Gin. What is Gin again? I forget the name. Gin, what is it? Abbreviation for?
It stands for Gospel
Industry Network. That's what it is. Yes, he's right. It's the Gospel Industry Network. And what it is one of their chapters in Indiana. Is their Indiana chapter reached out to us to do a screening. So that is locked and booked. AMC has given the green light for us to do a screening there in Indiana on October the 14th. There'll be also another one that's in the talks now, another screening for another chapter of the Gospel Industry Network that's looking to do another screening. So, and there's going to be one up in New York too. There's talks with the president of the Gen Network up in New York. So these kind of things are happening and are coming in now. And I know you mentioned about the Cinemark, Jordan, but I have tried so many times to connect with Cinemark. I mean, to the point where the gentleman did hit me back and we were supposed to be moving forward with a date. But after that, I just, it just fell off the map. Like I just could not reach him anymore, and I've tried several times.
But what you could do though to help, and partner with us is to tell everybody to, encourage people to download that app, man. You know what I mean? And
Yes.
If they don't have an app, guess what? Go to the web app.
Right. If you have a laptop or a desktop.
Yeah.
So the web app is simply legendplus.com. Legind plus.com. You can go there.
Yeah.
So it's the same as having it on your cell phone or your tablet. Yeah. The web app. Yeah. It's the same layout. Right. Everything is the same there. Right. So that's a good thing that those things are coming in. Those kind of screenings, people are, getting it. It's still out there, and we thank the Lord. I do. I really thank the Lord for the little tour we was able to do to get around and meet people, see the movie and what it looks like in the theater, and where we was able to make some more tweaks.
You know what? And that's exactly what we did. We phone.
We got into the airplane mode on that.
Yeah. So we went back and we made some tweaks. We actually took some scenes out that we felt that needed to come out based on a consensus of people saying certain things and or some people saying the same thing. So
right. It was majority the same thing across the board, like everything we went to.
So it's like, okay, more than one people say something, you listen.
Exactly.
So we took heed to the constructive criticism
of
the audience, the test audiences that we that saw the movie. Yeah. And so we made some changes, and it's even a better film.
Oh yeah.
So
for sure.
So it's a lot more. It's just better. Yeah,
sure.
It's better. It's better, and that's subjective. You know what I mean? Subjective. What one person says is good is not good to somebody else. You know what I mean? But
yeah, because I was quite fine with the movie, the way it was, the length that it was. Like I'm cool with that because we turn around and we go see, Oppenheimer, 3-hour movie. We go see all these other movies that's 3-hour movies. But so my thing is that we do understand that people attention spans. We got to know our market. We got to know our area, the people that we are going to.
Yeah, and that's true. That's true what you're saying. True, that is true. But also, I feel like if a movie is 3 hours long, and it's good, then so what? You know what I mean?
Right.
I really don't care about too much of the length of a movie.
I don't care too much about the length.
If we can make a good movie and it's only 90 minutes, great. You know what I mean? If it's 120 1 hour 40 minutes, okay. Guess what, man? Like I said, if you got a good movie, people will sit in the theaters.
Of course.
For 3 hours plus.
Of course.
And everything's subjective. And guess what? I'm gonna say this. Hey, look, we went to see Oppenheimer, and I'm gonna tell you now. Not everybody can hang with a 3-hour movie. Okay? Let's put it like that. You know what I'm saying?
What you already know the length of it because they promote that on IMDb. People already know what they're going to see before they go.
What's the other movie we just saw?
The length of it. They already know.
We went to see what's that movie?
How long will Dark Prince be on pay-per-view? We don't know.
What's that movie you saw?
I don't know.
The Mission Impossible. That movie was like a little over 2 hours.
Okay.
A little over this.
Okay. That's pretty cool.
But
all right.
So it's all about the reason why we made the changes we made is because that out of what it says in the multitude of counselors, there's safety.
There is safety.
We make movies for people,
right?
For consumers,
exactly.
And so the voice of the people,
exactly.
means something to us.
It means
your
something.
Voice means something.
Exactly.
We take all constructive criticism. We consider. I mean, and if it's something that makes sense and can make the movie better, we actually act on it.
Of course.
Okay, do we do everything and make every change that everybody says you should make? Of course not.
Right.
But we made some changes that we felt that from the consensus, some of the same things being said by more than quite a few people.
I agree.
Then that's why we said, okay, then yeah, let's do that. You know what I mean? Yes. It's probably a good idea to make that change. Since we get to say, we heard it more than once, 2 or 3, 4, 5. Okay.
Yeah, of course.
You know what I mean? So something like that.
Of course.
Anyway, it is what it is because people are finicky. You know what I mean? And people's tastes are different. You know what I mean? And,
yes, I agree.
And as far as I'm concerned, man, the more the world becomes, the world is evil. You know what I mean? And people just don't want to hear nothing about God. Not to say everybody, but that's becoming more and more less the topic. And unfortunately, which is true to what New World is about. We actually kind of are experiencing, the setup of that whole New World, the situation because of the Antichrist spirit and how people just don't have a desire for God. You know what I mean?
Wow.
Even though, kind of find out though.
Wow.
A lot of people do though. You know what I mean? So a lot of people do. So I mean, there's a big world out there. Small. It's like this. Then we're gonna talk about the next big thing. Then we're gonna be done.
Yes.
It's like a small percentage. This is fact, right? It was a poll on Fox that they talked about how that people are becoming less patriotic, right? And a great percentage of people don't even believe in God or have no religion at all. And they said the fastest growing religion is none. Now that right there, that ought to make any Christian wake up. You know what I mean? To know that the fastest growing religion is 0. You know what I mean? That people just are anti-Christ. You know what I mean? But at the same time, it's a small percentage that seem to have the biggest voice, but it's not really true. The way that it's portrayed. There's a lot of people out there that love God. There's a lot of people that want great, good Christian content and the kind of things we produce. Okay, so that with that movie, that Legind Studios movie that just about the trafficking. Yeah, that thing made over $300 million, man. So it proves right there there's a market for it. $300 million in just a couple weeks.
There's definitely a market for faith-based films. You know what I'm saying? It's just knowing how to tap in it as an independent filmmaker.
That's what and that's what we learned how to do, right?
And that's what we have been behind the scenes, the Lord leading us and guiding us into exactly how to do it. So that's a big thing.
Right.
That because you can make a great film, but if nobody know about it, then what?
Marketing is everything.
I'm saying? Marketing is everything. So which segues us into our next big thing that we're going to talk about.
Which is a film that is going to be faith-based and that is going to be a huge success because the name of this film is called The Chronicles of David. That's right, folks. A David film. That's what we are going to do. That's our next big venture. The Holy Spirit has given us this idea many, many years ago.
That script was written in 2013.
Yeah, years ago. And so we have been waiting for the green light from the Lord. And it's just so happened that the Holy Spirit said, now's the time. And so we had another movie was in mind. We were going to do something, a drama actually.
Yes.
And
we still have that.
We're still
developing that drama right there.
Right.
Again, with learning all that we've been learning behind the scenes about your genre, what you want to do, what the people are looking for, the kind of films that people are looking for, because that's just one of the questions that's always coming up.
Right.
Like what are the people looking for? You know what I'm saying? So okay, like us as a company, him and I knowing our scripts and knowing what we have over here, we can always say, "Ooh, this one, we really like this one." You know what I'm saying? So even though we really like this one and we know it's good, but is that one the film for the market at this point in time? Is that film the film for the market at this point in time? So this is what this is what you learn as a production company.
Right.
You have to consider and survey your audience, your market, what is happening in the industry. Okay. So we know, okay, so now we know all of this information. We go to our dynasty of scripts and say, okay, which script? Let's find the script for today.
What's the next big picture?
Let's find the script for today, so and we did that, and now we found the script for today.
So yes. So we know that's now, of course, with every time we do this, we learn from the previous experience. And so this time we're starting differently. We're kind of like, the way we're going after this is different, but it's the right way. And so, yes, that's what we've been working on. And we already, the Lord has blessed us already. We have, with some people and some, that's already working with us with this.
Well,
I will put it this way. People that we're working with, when I say working with, developing the idea and developing
because
the strategy, how we're going to go about it, how we're going to raise, which leads us to what we're going to be doing. We'll talk. We'll mention that. But anyway, we're talking with prominent, let's say, people, that are really interested, and the Lord's doing great things. I'm limited in what I'm going to say. I'm not going to say. I cannot disclose, but so much. Because it's just not good, right? So, but I can just tell you that, the Lord is already blessing us with.
Well, I think what you're saying basically is that we're not going to be going into our next film the way we did the last two.
No, we're not.
So the last two films what we did was self-financed film. You know what I'm saying? So, and every indie filmmaker knows self-financing your own movie is a challenge, right. Especially when you're trying to make a film that can be in a theater. When your goal and your vision is to put that movie on the silver screen, for real, that's going to cost some money. You know what I'm saying? So what he's saying is that we're just not going in ourselves this time, because we have seen and analyzed the market and analyzed how these faith-based films that are making millions of dollars, how they are doing it, and so we have found out how they are doing it, and now we are patterning ourselves accordingly so that the bulk of it will not be on us personally.
Right. And the Holy Spirit just spoke to my heart. It said he's actually giving me the words to say, because as I'm searching for how to share without sharing too much, too premature. And this is how the Holy Spirit just put in my heart. Basically, we're working with people, companies that are with us in the development stage, that have come alongside that are partnering with us.
Yes, partnering.
That's the word. To bring this film to fruition. Yeah. Which is going to be a big thing. Let's put it like that. And it's going to be, the talent is going to be somebody It's going to be a face that And so we really are.
I love that. Yeah. Oh my goodness, honey.
Oh, we got
did you
let's play.
Make sure that it's on, sweetie. I'm sorry. We just got to notice that the tablet. Oh, you got to move it back into another one.
Is it charging?
Yes, it is.
All right,
oh my goodness, it would have went off.
Yeah.
While we was in the middle of talking.
So yeah, that's what we're doing. We are actually, partnering with a company and companies to do this. You know what I mean? And the Lord is blessing us tremendously. And the way this thing is starting out, it's going to be epic. You know what I mean? And so yeah, this time it's going to be different. This time we're going to have a budget. We're going to have a budget, which leads us to what we're doing in the way that you guys can be supporters of what we're doing. And so we're going to be launching our own campaign that's going to be based on a crowdfunding, regulation type campaign. I mean, some of you might not know what that is, but that's what we're in the process of establishing and building that platform.
Yeah,
being professionally done, so that we'll be able to, the Lord will be able to use that to bring in the funds for the movie.
So the crowdfunding campaign, as a lot of people see it, I'm sure a lot of you independent filmmakers is seeing how the crowdfunding thing is working for certain companies, and so us as a company want to know, how does that work? Like, how do you get such a thing started? Well, we have definitely found out how to get such a thing started. And so we're in the process now of getting that very thing started for us, and with us having our own platform, Legind Plus, which gives us streaming live access on Roku and Fire TV, and Apple TV and Google and all of that good stuff, we can definitely reach people around the world, around the world, letting them know about this new project that's about to come out, and so we're excited. There's options, where we could do rewards, crowdfunding, or we can do a CF Reg. A CF Reg is a whole nother level of crowdfunding, and it is the professional way of doing crowdfunding. You know what I'm saying? So that's where we are, and we believe that we're going to do both of them. We're going to have that option available for those who's not too sure about the CF Reg thing, but they want to partner with us in this movie, David. And so if you rather do the reward program, you can do the reward program. So we'll have both options available for everyone to participate. So we are definitely looking to, I would say within the next 3 weeks, this should be up and running for us.
Oh yeah. So,
within the next 3 weeks. And that's what I meant also about us coming, when I mentioned earlier that we'll be coming on a lot more regularly. And that's will be all about talking about the crowdfunding, exactly what we're doing and how we're doing it, and giving the offers to everyone who would like to be a part of it. So we got definitely some great information coming within the next 3 weeks concerning the Chronicles of David movie. And it's just going to be off the chain because like we just a whole nother level when it comes down to Christian filmmaking. We just a whole nother level. Like I believe we talked with a distributor and he said, you guys make the more edgier, films. That's what you guys do. You don't do the soccer mom films, the safe, the safe faith-based films. Y'all don't do that. Y'all do the more edgier films, and that's what was said to us. Like, and I mean, and that's true. We do the more edgier, thought-provoking films.
It's like, it's all good.
Yeah, I mean, what the Lord called us to do.
Thank God for all the different types of films out there that appeal to all the different types of people, and you know what I mean. But we know who our target audience is, and our target audience is adolescent to older, to middle age, 50 and above,
Yeah, we got a good range
as well as adolescent. So we're doing our homework. We're doing our research. You know what I'm saying? We're doing our research because this is it's going to be a full, complete, a legitimate, fully licensed platform. You know what I mean? There's a lot that goes into it that when it comes down to this type of thing. But we definitely it's going to be up and running soon.
Yeah,
and that's what we're going to be working on. That's what we've been doing. And, working on that. You know what I mean? The Holy Spirit gives that. Put that in our heart to do, and so
we got to keep moving. As a production company, of course, this movie is in the can, and it's in the can. We're just basically waiting to release it. So now, next month, that's where also the us really pushing Dark Prince, pushing Dark Prince that is going to be streaming in November. All of that is really going to start next month. Us pushing it, talking about it a whole lot more, getting the people
ready.
Closer
to releasing.
So like good 3 months. We need 3 months. It's not like we got this major budget behind us to really just put the money out there and let the marketing and promotion do it. So until the next film.
Right, but you let us know.
The next film. Chronicles of David.
Let us know. We want feedback. Would you like to see this kind of movie? Would you like to see a David story in the way that's on an above the line?
Yeah, more edgier way. Let's say that
above the line quality. Quality.
I mean, period. I think we have already established that as a company.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That we do above the line films. I think we already established that. You know what I'm saying? So, is the bar is already set with that. For us, it can be nothing but just go even higher.
Right.
Using a IMAX camera or you know what I'm saying? A Panasonic film camera, right? Isn't that what it is? A Panasonic?
Oh, it's
whatever.
Well, we're gonna be stepping it up in every way. Stepping up the whole thing, man. Just stepping it up. Yeah. We do what we. Since you mentioned that, we have we wanted to make this the biggest we can make it. You know what I mean? Biggest we can make. And guess what? It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen.
So you say, Jordan, I can't wait till the pay-per-view days are over or the DVD or even on the other apps, even YouTube. Thank you guys again. So you also posted, which one you posted on Legind Studio, posted about us coming DVD sometime in spring or even Tubi. No, we're not going to be doing Tubi for Dark Prince. We're not going to be doing Pureflix, or any of those things. I mean, unless we do it pay-per-view. Unless we do it pay-per-view.
Show me that.
Unless we so silly. Unless we do it pay-per-view on those platforms, that I do have the information about Tubi and how to get your film on Tubi. And I mean, we could very well do it on Tubi just to get that audience, and to also let people be familiar with Legend Plus. You know what I'm saying? So if we think, hey, well, let's put it up on Tubi, but it's a pay-per-view, just for marketing for us as a company, for our platform, just for marketing, that's an option.
But
but we're not giving it to Tubi. We're not giving it to Amazon Prime. We're not giving it to Pureflix, and we're not leasing it like that to anyone at this time.
Again, the reason why is because we are building our own brand.
Right.
It's just that simple. It's nothing, it's all good. It's all good. It's I don't have nothing bad to say.
Of course not.
About Netflix. I have nothing bad to say about Hulu. I have nothing bad to say about any of those platforms. You know what I mean? But that's not what God wants for us. Our vision is to establish our own brand.
Yeah, because we got to establish our own brand. We have
the content.
Yeah.
Potential content.
Yes.
That would make our brand very, very, very successful.
Yes.
So there's no reason to, we don't mind, letting the Lord over time establish our brand. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Because the good thing about it is when you wait on the Lord, you do it His way. You know, in the long run, is better. You know, because then we'll be in a position to people get to know what we're about. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And we're in control of that. We control everything. You know, we own our own films. We control what happens, what doesn't happen. We're not in bed with anybody else, no other company, not controlled by any other people. You know what I mean? People want to work with us, it's on our terms, you know?
Yes. Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Period.
It's just that simple.
So here go a question.
Yeah.
So what about the first NWO movie I saw that was released on DVD May of 2013?
What about
Well, what happened with that was a distribution came to us for the film. They wanted the film. Okay, our first movie, our first feature film was picked up by a distribution company. How exciting is that? As an independent filmmaker, worldwide distribution for your first movie, like, of course, you're going to jump on that. Of course, you're going to do that. You know what I'm saying? Because you want your message to get out there. You want your film to get out there. Of course. So we gave our film to a distribution company who we love. They are the best people. They are the best people. Have no problems with them whatsoever. They are just the best. You know what I'm saying? But again, does the royalty checks or anything set us up where we can produce more content? No. How many times do you receive royalty checks when you sign with a distribution company in 1 year? Well, a lot of things has changed, as we found over the years. Distribution companies, some of them now are doing 30 days. Some of them now are doing 60 days and not quarterly, you know? So that's good, you know? But still, someone is getting majority of your movie money. The profits that the film is making. Still, someone is getting all of that money that if you was getting it yourself, you would be able to make more content. You know what I'm saying? So this is what we've learned as New World Order has been with the distribution company for 10 years now. 10 years. Think about it. If I sit and do the numbers of all that New World Order has brung in for the distribution company, New World Order 2 would have already been out. 3 would already been out. You know what I'm saying? Would have already been out.
We would have definitely had a New World Order 2. We're probably about to release another 3.
Yes, exactly. That's what I'm saying. We would have definitely had
the Lord had
a New World Order 1 and this one would have been New World Order 3 about to release if it was so. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, the Lord just gave us the wisdom and how to do it for all the ideas He has given, you know, how to put them out there where we as a company can thrive.
Right.
You know?
It's just all about, again, like I said earlier, the more that I learn the business, and you know, I have no shame in saying that I'm learning this business. You know what I mean? Sure. You know, I'm learning this business, and it's fun. I like the way I learn is I learn from actually doing something. You can talk to me, you know what I'm saying, and I'll probably get some of it. But once I put my hands on it and I actually get involved, you know, because I'm a visual learner and I learn by experience, and then it clicks, you know what I mean? That's how I learn. So guess what? You know, I'm learning the business through mistakes and being corrected here and here. And that's what that means. Oh, that's the right term for that. Right. Oh, that's how that works. Okay. I didn't know that. Oh, wow. You know what? Yeah.
Right.
So, you know,
I love it too.
That to say, that said, is always going to be ever learning, something to learn, because the trends are changing.
Yes.
Because the dynamics of the movie industry, the film industry, and where it's going, or where it has gone. You know what I mean? And so, because of where we are now, okay, things are not the same like they were in the 80s. You know what I'm saying? These are not the same. Let me tell you something. I just read an article in the Esquire that talks about how Hollywood is missing a particular audience that they're missing out on, and they're not honing in on this audience because they're so busy trying to keep up with these young people. You know what I mean? These fickle, you know, finicky young folk who who all they know is YouTube and TikTok and in their phones. You know what I'm saying?
The generation, what they call Generation Z.
You know what I'm saying? They don't
Z,
you know,
trying to keep up with that.
don't go to the movies. You know what I'm saying? Unless it's Marvel or something like that, Batman or something like that. You know, big film. But most of their content is consumed on their phones, and so you got to, you want to target that audience, right? But there's the audience that's being, looked over, and which actually is good for us.
It's good for us because that's
our next film, so much stupid stuff. I'll just say the stupid stuff is out there that people are dying for some good stuff. You know what I mean? So good content, and it's an audience for what we're about to do. Yeah, so I'm saying that to say, DVDs, it's not the business anymore. It's nobody's doing it. Nobody's doing it. I was like, nobody's doing it. It's like, well, I'll never say nobody's doing it. But it's hardly anybody. I mean, look, Blockbuster, right? Blockbuster, the business, there's only one Blockbuster store left in the country.
Yeah.
One. It's in Oregon.
And it's here.
No, it's Oregon.
In
Oregon. Yeah. One Blockbuster.
Okay.
It used to be that you could find a Blockbuster within every 3 square miles. There was a Blockbuster.
That's true.
Or a Hollywood Video.
That's true.
You know what I mean? Or some kind of, they're gone because the days of DVD buying films, that way are gone. People now, streaming is where it's at. Streaming is what people want. You know what I'm saying? And according to the statistics, the blogger was saying how people, Hollywood's struggling with this problem. They're trying to find a remedy for this. You know what I'm saying? Because people will go on, they'll sign on to a platform to see a series, watch series, and then discontinue their subscription. It's just really hard. You know what I mean?
Wow.
Keeping up with these people.
Wow.
So it's no sense for us from a business side of doing things to invest in DVDs when that's not how people are consuming their movies.
And then another thing,
people are not even. One gentleman, said to me, he's like, man, my daughter got a TV right in her room, nice TV right in her room.
Right.
And guess where she watched her movies? Or her phone.
He's like, I don't get it.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just not, and DVDs cost money to print, and it's paperwork. It's money. You got to print all that stuff up. When you can just do it digitally, you just stream it. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So that's the reason why. You know what I mean? That we are optioning to go on the digital route. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. It's just business. It's just smart for us. It's just where we are.
Way the business, the industry,
the times that we're living in, the way things are. Now, if everybody still was consuming DVDs, then I'll be making them. If that's what
they're not.
It's just not how people
is digital.
Are. People just don't use DVDs anymore. I mean, it very very small percent. You know what I mean? A very small percent.
Yeah. So that's pretty much it. Mm-hmm. That's we got again a recap of the New World Order screening that's taking place in Indianapolis right now. We know on October the 14th. Yep. We have another one that we're locking in right now. Mm-hmm. We have the Beverly Hills screening on November the 4th, and we have the premiering of Dark Prince on Legind Plus.
Yes.
Premiering pay-per-view. Mm-hmm. Should I say that for you?
Pay-per-view.
Premiering pay-per-view on Legind Plus November the 21st. So we're very excited about that. And in the upcoming weeks, we're going to be streaming a lot more. Pretty much. What are you doing? Like telethons, I guess they are, right?
Yeah, you pretty much.
They're pretty much going to be like telethons.
We're going to be launching again. We're about to launch a rewards CF campaign for the Chronicles of David.
A reward reg CF.
Rewards and reg CF campaign.
Yes. Hi Ed.
It's a lot of legalities. It's a highly let me say this. You know what I mean? If you don't know what that is, basically it's crowdfunding is all about allowing everyday people to be able to invest into a business. So when you run
a private owned business,
a regulation crowdfunding, it was created by the Obama administration, and because the businesses back then, they were suffering and it was hard for people to get started. They couldn't, people were struggling to get their businesses going. So they came up with this regulation CF, which is basically it allows ordinary people to be able to invest and actually buy shares.
Equity shares.
Yeah, it's equity investors. Make it an equity investment.
Yeah,
an equitable investment into a business or whatever, where you actually own a piece of that business.
It's an offering. It's called an offering. It's a whole much more that go into that. Don't want to give no misinformation with saying the word own. Own. But people do wind up saying the word own.
Well, you know what?
they do. They wind up saying that, but it's a whole lot
in actuality,
more
that's what they do. They own a part of the share, right, of the movie, but not enough to be able to own it. You know what I'm saying? Or they have control of it, but they do. Like, you actually, buy into it. And
I guess it's like
you get a return. You get a return. Equity is
not
you do it too.
Now, I don't want him to say that you do get a return, because it's dependent.
Well, you know what?
Let me get my full. It's a high risk.
Let me get my full statement out. You do get a return, but it's not guaranteed. You know what I'm saying? But the bottom line is that crowdfunding is something that everybody can invest in, and it's according to what you invest. You know what I'm saying? You invest $100, you have to invest at least $100. You know what I mean? Also, it doesn't matter. It's like not worth it. But it's according to what you invest. But that's what crowdfunding is. And guess what? Crowdfunding is becoming more popular with a lot of this one particular studio that's doing it, and using the crowdfunding to fund their films. It's like, it works. People do that. It does. And not just films, it can be whatever you're trying to do. But the thing is that it has to be, it is a very serious thing. You have, it's regulations.
Exactly.
It has to be,
it's government.
You have to
involved.
be set up correctly. You know what I mean? So that you don't end up like a colleague of mine saying, sporting an orange jumpsuit.
An orange suit. Sporting an orange suit.
Because it is
it's serious business.
You can actually.
It's serious.
It is serious business.
It's just not your little typical.
But the thing is, with the regulation crowdfunding, it makes it available for anybody to be able to invest into whatever business, you know what I mean, and buy shares of that business. Basically, that's what it is. That's
what it is.
Yeah. Ordinary people.
That's what it
because
is.
Before, and it still is. Before, you had to have they call it accredited investors, right?
Right.
Okay, accredited investors or bonded investors, you have to be pretty much a wealthy person. You have to have a certain amount of income of no less than 200 grand, and that's the net income. You know what I'm saying? That's after you pay for to get all your business, your necessities and everything that you take care of, and yet you still have this money, sitting there. Then you have to be, licensed to be able to invest in, because this is a business. Some people invest in businesses for a living. So before, this option wasn't available, but now it's available where anyone can now invest into a business privately
owned business.
under the regulation crowdfunding. Yeah. Now I'm not an expert yet on the crowdfunding, and I'm still educating myself, and it's because we're actually doing it. So I'm talking to you from based on what I know about it. As that we're learning more and more about this thing and how it works, because we have to know, because we're about to venture into this thing. You know what I'm saying? But we are more so focused on the again. We're gonna be doing two types of campaigns. We're gonna launch a rewards campaign and a Reg CF campaign.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Rewards campaign it's another way of doing it. But anyway, you know,
it's all serious business.
It's all serious.
It's all
but guess what?
serious.
It's like, you know,
even if it's rewards,
yeah,
you know, because you're still taking
yeah,
the public's
yeah,
funds,
right,
you know,
yeah,
you're still taking free money.
yeah.
So it's all serious business
Yeah.
when it comes down to the government.
You gotta be.
It's
you gotta have your ducks in a
everything.
row.
You gotta have your legal,
Which we do.
your legal ducks in the row.
Which we have all
you
that.
know?
Again, like I said, we're not doing this alone, and I'm glad to say, have to say that we are not this time. You know, the Lord has blessed us. We're going into it not alone, but with
Yes.
people that's working with us.
Yes.
So we're just sharing with you guys a little bit
Yes.
what's going on and what we're working on, what to expect, what you're about to see on a major level.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And what our next project will be. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That's all that we're doing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Again, you know, my understanding is limited as that I'm still learning all about it. But I do know enough to say that that's what the crowdfunding thing is. But, you know, again, you know, and how we're going to use it. This is how we're going to use it for David. You know what I mean? David.
Yes.
So, and we got some, man, I'm telling you.
Hold on. What I can say, guys, is y'all know our faith is big, and that's just the end of that. You know, David is going to be huge. It's going to be huge. It really, really is going to be huge. And like we talked about earlier, we're not going into this the same way we did with all the other ones. We're making sure that certain people are already in place so that this thing can definitely be successful.
Oh, yes.
Like a marketing firm. Hello. Like we're still developing, we're still rewriting the script right now. And we're about to lock down the marketing company. You know what I'm saying? So they are definitely 100% behind us. You know what I'm saying? They definitely feel once we pitched the movie to them and how we want to do it, they definitely feel like, oh yes, that's exactly how that film needs to be done, and that we are 100% behind you. So just hearing those words, like, so now once those things are in place, once that is completely solidified, and you know, then once the marketing start for it, which we are looking to have going soon, you know, we're just going to be rocking and rolling for David. You know, we're going to be rocking and rolling for David. And it's like, it's going to be the people's film. Let's just say those words. David is going to be the people film, you know, and it's not going to be Duane, Antoinette, and their family taking all their money, putting it in the film. Like those days are over. We're not doing that. You know what I'm saying? Although we will, you know, as we can do whatever, you know, on the extra, on the side that we can do to help this thing along. We definitely want to do that. You know what I'm saying? But it's no more like we did the other movies. Like no more of that. It's going to be the people's film.
Yeah. So like let's say what I can say is a fact, right? We talked with the company. Yeah.
Oh yeah. It's all facts.
And we shared with them. And guess what? This is I can't wait to tell you who it is. I can't wait. I want to say it, but I gotta. You know what I mean?
It's all good.
I'm telling you, I'm blown away at the response.
I got to go.
You know what I'm saying? I'm blown away at how the Lord connected us with this particular company.
Absolutely.
And
then you got your post house who's on board too with us.
So we know now what we had to do, how to start a project.
To start it. Just
so right out the gate, you know what I mean? Right out the gate, you know, we're coming out of the gate
strong.
The right way.
Strong.
And so there you go, folks. We're gonna keep you posted.
Come out strong.
All right, keep you posted.
That's what they said.
Because we want you guys, you know, to be able to. We want you to support this film, you know,
yes.
Excited.
It's going to be the people's film. Yeah. I'm excited about that. So be Legend.
Right.
Be Legend and go and subscribe to legendplus.com at the web app and stay tuned. Stay tuned. You know, just because we're not on every day, don't mean things ain't moving. You know.
some
things are moving.
big time stuff.
Yeah, things are
happening.
moving. It's just two of us right now.
Yeah.
Right now, and our kids. You know what I'm saying? So you'll see a lot more of us, and a lot more other people also coming online and talking about what we're doing instead of us. You know, so that too will be happening as well.
We're going to have, you'll be seeing the when it's time to know all the details. You'll see. You'll be introduced to the family.
Okay.
And what we're doing.
Very
all right.
Cool.
So praise the Lord.
People, very cool. We've been on here for quite some time. I see more people coming on right now. I'm sorry, but it's time. We done been on here for like an hour and a half now. So guys, just check out the video. Just rewatch it. To update yourself with what's going on with us. Just a brief update for those of you who just logged on. In the next couple of weeks, we're going to be launching a major crowdfunding page. It's going to be a rewards program as well as a Reg CF. A Reg CF is the corporate way of raising capital for your movie. So we'll be doing all of this within the next 3 weeks. We'll be launching 2 of those platforms. We also have new screenings that's coming up that you can find out if you go to NWO.prints.com and check out the Showtime page. You can find out the new dates if we come into your area there, and subscribe to Legind Plus. Okay, so it's a free subscription. Just go to legendplus.com. It's a free subscription. There you'll be able to watch the first short film for free. The feature film is on pay-per-view at this time, and the trailers are there for both movies. Okay, so I think they also give you an option where you could probably share those as well. So we need you guys to share Legind Plus, please. Share all the information, even share this video if you can on your platforms and your social media platforms. But within the next 3 weeks to a month, you'll see a whole lot more of us on social media, okay, concerning our next movie we're looking to do, which is The Chronicles of David. That is a movie that we are looking for. I know I am. I know the way we're about to do it, no one else has done it. So I know I'm looking for a story about King David. He was God's warrior. He was the man that God loved, a man after God's own heart. You know what I'm saying? Please. God loved David. You know what I'm saying? So that's a story that needs to be done and done right. And we are about to do it right, people. We're about to do it right. So be Legind. Go and subscribe and follow us and stay tuned, because there's a lot more to come.
Yes,
okay?
Amen. Matter of fact, but tune in later on. We're going to be coming on to share the word tonight too. So if you want to,
thank you, Ed. Thank you so much. Yes, please watch the recording. Please share as well, because again, we're going to have some great opportunities for folks like to be in the movie. If you want to be in the movie, just a lot of offerings, offerings and rewards that we're going to be posting in the next couple of weeks. A lot of them, Ed. It's going to be amazing. You know what? I feel good with sharing with the people who we looking at for the movie.
Oh, don't do that yet.
I can share. We can share our wish list. It's just a wish list.
No.
Okay, guys, I can't.
But hey, let me tell you something.
Okay,
we'll share this, but
I can't share.
We're not gonna share yet.
Okay,
who we want to play David?
Yes,
a little too.
Who we want to play David?
We're working on that, though. We're working on that, and the Lord bless us with a great.
No, what I was about to say, babe. What I was about to say is, there's no need of sharing it right now, because in the next few weeks, when we release the platform, the crowdfunding platform, is going to be on there.
Yeah, you'll see.
Because that's what it's going to be about.
We're looking to cast a very, very well-known guy, very well a known face. I'm sorry. Not everybody, but the young people know. Let me tell you something. The young people know this guy. Trust me. They're like, they know this guy. So,
and then to people like us, baby boomers, and they like, oh yeah, I know that face. Yeah, I know him. Because that's what happened.
Let me tell you. I'll tell you. You've seen this guy.
Oh, see, now he's sharing.
I ain't gonna say it.
Okay.
You may,
No.
You might have
No,
seen.
you about
No,
you didn't let me share.
No, because you about to get names. I'm gonna let.
What they're gonna research and they're gonna find out. So you still share.
Let's just give him a little hint.
No,
you
he
see
wouldn't
him.
let me share, y'all.
No, that's a hint. Okay, you seen him in
Go
X-Men.
Oh, okay. Well,
You seen him.
Okay.
In Star Wars: Force Awakens.
Okay.
Star Wars, Rise of the the Jedi, whatever those titles. Yeah, you've seen him.
Okay.
In some other movies, okay?
I get that.
You've seen this guy, so it's definitely a face that you'll know.
Yes, he is definitely a recognized
and
face.
That's who we are currently working on.
So
we're
you can't do David no other way.
Yeah, we want to.
You gotta have a recognized.
We want to. This. That's what we're thinking. But again,
so I'm excited.
You just don't know. So I don't like to say anything to something's more solid. You know what I mean?
But a wish list is a wish list. You know what I'm saying? So even when we release the crowdfunding, right, it's going to be our wish list.
But guess what? Guess what? This is going to be more than a wish list.
It's going to be our wish list. And our faith make us believe that it is definitely a go already with this individual because of the plan that we have concerning locking this individual in. The plan that we have. We believe it's a solid plan that it will work. You know what I'm saying? But it may not. You know what I'm saying? So even when we release our crowdfunding and we still say what our wish list is, because you have to list your wish list.
You do.
When you do the crowdfunding.
You do.
You have to put there what those funds are going to be used for.
Right.
So either way, y'all going to find out.
Well, let's say this. Let me say this.
We're going to leave that alone.
So listen, I'm gonna say it like this, babe. The reason why I don't want to say anything is because I have very great confidence that we will lock.
And you want it to be a big
that
surprise.
We will get them, and so because of that, I want to wait because I know that we're going to get this guy. I really have
so he'll wait.
I have a strong
page. Okay.
It's the possibilities is more than 75. It's like more than 80%. You know what I mean? With me,
I believe that
we will be able to get him.
I believe that.
So
but like our people say, we got to come out strong. Yeah. We got to come out strong, and we got to come out hard. So it's a lot of things. We have our work. It's a lot of moving parts. You know what I mean? It's like so. Again, we're not alone. We're not. It's not just me and my wife anymore. It's a lot of fun.
You know what I mean? The Lord's blessed us with a fine entertainment lawyer.
I'm sorry.
Let's put it like that.
Gosh,
you know what I'm saying?
Wow.
We have,
I'm way over time.
So we're working to get this to come out to you. This will be awesome. But anyway, we don't stop. We can keep going. All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in.
Sorry, guys.
Tune in later on, though. We will be back on.
Yes.
We're coming back on in like 3 hours. You know what I mean? A couple hours or so.
What? Oh. Okay.
Like 6 o'clock.
Yeah, we gotta go.
The share.
I'm sorry.
We gotta go now. We gotta go. But come on, I'm coming back on. See, we will be back on live with the word. So you want to hear a word from the Lord? Come back on. All right.
Okay.
Praise God.
Very cool.
All right.
Bye.
Okay.
Bye, y'all. Bye, y'all.